leaning, and we are going to be putting the Kisoro by-election to perspective this morning. Good morning, Council, and good to have you once again after a long time.
A very good morning, my brother. I'm happy to be here again.
Pleasure is ours.
It has been a while ever since we appeared here, because of some other assignments
Yes.
here and there. I've been there, watching you and your topical discussions.
Sure.
So I greet you, my brother, a very good morning and a very good morning to our viewers. I congratulate everybody who has got something good this morning, and glory be to God for that wonderful things, those wonderful things that you've got. And also allow me take the opportunity to pass the condolences and sympathy to those who have challenges and those who have lost their dear ones, that may the good Lord comfort you all. But before I say anything, I want also to congratulate the Uganda Cranes, congratulate Uganda upon qualifying for AFCON 2025. So our players did us good. I think they will be heading to Morocco in 2025. And I congratulate them for being among the 24 teams at the 25th edition. I also want to take the opportunity to thank the Speaker, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Anita Anet Amongo, for the financial support and the muscle. Yesterday she delivered 50 million cash to the team and also promised them more after defeating South Africa today. So I congratulate Uganda, I congratulate the President Fufa, that is
Mr. Magogo.
Honorable Engineer Magogo, and also every Ugandan who supports Uganda
For the
Cranes.
first time we are going to
So I think we are singing now. Now we are singing Uganda Cranes, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So
Nevertheless, the viewers need to know we are playing South Africa today. That is the Bafana.
Yeah, Bafana.
So I don't know how it's going to be. But Council Nisima, Grace Ngabirano Akifeza,
yes,
an independent member, an independent candidate, but also happens to be a member of the NRM, were engaged in a by-election, rather in a primary, and she wasn't announced, the victor, but she didn't concede defeat, and that explains why she went on and continued to stand, in the election. Now she turns out to be the winner. Where does this leave the NRM? NRM's, reputation when it comes to their democratic processes. This is the first candidate who engages in a primary, loses it, and then does not concede defeat, accuses, the process of being unfair, continues to stand as independent, and they win. I've seen Nando to do that. I've seen so many other candidates win. This time around happened again, and it's a by-election. It's a by-election. It's not a general election, but a by-election. Why am I emphasizing this? Because you are seeing the NRM taking all its effort and instruments and everything and tools to help their candidate win, but an independent beats that candidate. Where does it leave the NRM's reputation in terms of democracy? Because this justifies what the lady was saying, that I was cheating, and also justifies what Mr. Mateke also was saying, that this candidate was cheated, and for that matter I'm going to stand and support her. Take it up.
Yeah, thank you, my brother, and to the viewers. Yes, the Kisoro woman parliamentary seat fell vacant after the demise of the Honorable Sarah Mateche Nyirabasitsi, and who happened to be the State Minister for Defense of this country, but also the woman representative. So when it fell vacant, the clerk of Parliament notified the Electoral Commission as constitutionally mandated under Article 81 Clause 2 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda 1995, that where a vacant in Parliament falls, where a position falls vacant in Parliament, the Clerk of Parliament informs the Electoral Commission within a period of 10 days, and so the Electoral Commission is expected to organize, that is the by-election, and in any case within 60 days. And so we saw the qualified candidates coming up, six women representatives to come up for this by-election. The 6 candidates. Yes, I may say the campaigns were peaceful, irrespective of some challenges that I notified. And I saw, I think, the idea of the politics of it was emerging within Kisoro, the politics of identity, which you have always been condemning as the NRM, the president himself condemning this, that is based on religion, religions. So I think that and some other minor challenges were manifested. And so when the elections were held yesterday, I think today morning, towards morning, that is when the returning officer announced the best candidate, and who is Akifeza Grace Ngaberano. I want also to congratulate her, the independent, but also our NRM leaning. You have to know that. And so Kabagenyi Rose, our NRM, as the second run-up for this by-election in Kisoro. Yes, you've asked a question, but where does this leave the NRM? Yes, we campaigned for our candidate. The team has been on ground, led by Honorable Seninde, Rosemary Seninde, the Director of Mobilization. There has been Dr. Tango Doi, that is the chairperson of the Electoral Commission of the NRM. There has been also the Vice Chairperson, Western Region, and that is Honorable Chris Variomuns, and who is also the Minister for ICT and National Guidance, and another, cadres, and also the woman, the chairperson lead, the head woman chairperson lead in the NRM, that is Honorable Wanyoto, Lydia Wanyoto, and some other, supporters and cadres of the NRM to see that we take this win. But yes, these are the results. We concede to them, and we may have, be having some challenges in the party. I mean, in the organization of this by-election. But now time is now to see and also look further for what exactly might have made us lose in our candidate. But also, we cannot also take it lightly that the one who won is our NRM leaning candidate. So I think we have, yes, we might have had challenges. This reflects or comes to our know that especially the Electoral Commission of the NRM, that we need to, one, sometimes exercise what we call fair hearings to people. When people participate in an election, in the primaries of the party, and somebody complains, it is high time that we exercised the fair hearing. The principles of natural justice, we should look further to listening to these people. Because yes, the party may have not have listened to her, because maybe because of the time factor, that we did not have the time to listen to her.
You've never listened to anyone. I've never heard anybody, I've never seen anybody being listened to. It's like even the chairman of the party believes in the electoral processes in his party. And because I've not seen him, well, there's one time I think he mentioned that yes, there's some, wrongdoings within the party when it comes to these primaries. But it looks like he does not give an ear to the people who have complaints, those people who say to have been, cheated. And I think it's high time he really found ways how he could engage these people. Because imagine the president of Uganda going to campaign for the candidate in a place that is as far as Kisoro, a place that is predominant in NRM. You go there and you find people divided. They tell you their frustration, where it comes from. And they tell you this person really is the one who won, but you don't listen to them. Instead, you want to lure them to your side, And ultimately, you lose to their side, because there's one point where the president was speaking one place and then he was booed. They were not happy with the fact that he was supporting a person they didn't believe that is the one that actually won, the primary. So here, I don't look at this loss as the NRM's loss, but also the president's, loss.
No, well, the president went there, like you said, it was a Tuesday, and listened to these people, and also guided as the head of state and also the national chairman of the NRM. So when he guided, he told them categorically clear that the politics of the identity made some governments fall. And so he said, no, myself, I talked to the old Mosei Mateche, Dr. Philemon Mateche, I talked to him, I spoke to the religious leaders, and we agreed that these scenarios or circumstances that have been happening of the politics of identity be ended and end from there, and which they agreed to. I think the president did his part, and also as our national chairperson of the party. But the biggest lesson goes to the NRM Electoral Commission that is being headed by Dr. Tango Doi. So you need to look further and see why every time we go for a by-election, we get these challenges and we don't, emerge victorious. So it goes to the party electoral commission. It is being facilitated every now and then, but the results are poor. Okay. So it is a big lesson to Honorable, Dr. Tango Doi, as the electoral commission of the NRM. Two, what you have said that the loss goes to the president. To me, I think it is not. The people to put all this loss at the electoral commission of the NRM. It means you were not organized, or if you were organized, you lied to the president. You did not exercise a fair hearing to this candidate.
Council, this is not happening for the first time. It has always happened. That's why I'm putting the blame on the chairman of the NRM. Even before Tango Doi came in as the chairman of the Electoral Commission of the NRM, we still had these things happen, where people engage in a primary, one loses but does not concede defeat, raises issues of cheating. They go on to contest as independents and they ultimately win. So don't push the blame to these people who just joined, but also the chairman of the party. He needs to listen to the complaints of these people. He needs to accept the fact that something is not right within the electoral processes. And let me say this bluntly. There are people who have always accused some members of the secretariat of being corrupt. Yes, that they take money from some people and then they manipulate the entire process. That is the primary elections.
Well, why I'm taking the blame from the president? The president played his part. As in this case, our national chairperson of the NRA played his part. You know, nowadays he's a busy person because he's doing the countrywide tours.
What part are you talking about that he played? Him going to support a candidate whom they have told him that, please, this is the person that garnered the highest number of votes. He's not the right, the person who was voted for, who was elected.
The president is not the one who organized the by-election.
He's not the one. But why does it listen to the queries of the other people?
It is the Electoral Commission, and more so, the NRM Electoral Commission in the by-election, in the primaries of the party.
Okay. Does this have any effect on NRM or on the president himself, on his reputation?
No, but it does not have an effect on the reputation of the president, because the one who even won is NRM leading, much as she's independent. But my concern is the NRM Electoral Commission that is headed by Dr. Tango Doi not exercising a fair hearing to people or to individuals. Because we have seen people being cheated in the primaries, in the NRM primaries, and they are not accorded a fair hearing. People each even going to courts, and I've seen even some petitions of individuals of our party going to courts of law, you know, petitioning that why they were not accorded fair hearing. I think it is time now to look forward to empowering the tribunals of the party. Because if the tribunals of the party are put in place and somebody has a grievance or somebody is not contented with the results, then you got him or her a fair hearing. I mean, I don't know, maybe the time was not sufficient. They have
What fair hearing are you talking about here? Engaging this person and then they bring their complaints on the table. They look here, I was cheated.
Listening to them and also welcoming their petitions. Somebody says, no, I was cheated here and there, and you cannot look further. Now, like the Chisoro by-election, the chairman of the district NRM, that is Dr. Freeman Mateki, confessed to this.
And I had the president say that he was going to talk to him,
candidate.
Convince him to join them in supporting the candidate of the NRM. But you see, Council, I wouldn't want us to focus on Kisoro, because this has happened everywhere in the country. I've seen, members engage in a primary. When they lose some candidates, for them, they choose to continue standing as independents, and they end up, victorious. That's why it's a general problem that the NRM needs to address. And the president goes ahead to work with these people when they win these elections. Going back to the example of Nandutu. When Nandutu was beaten in the by-election, rather in the primary, she contested as an independent. After winning, the president appointed her as state minister. So, for me, I'm like, okay, you are the chairman of the party. You should even be condemning the actions of this person. Because standing against the person that has been, who's holding the flag of the party, what you're doing is not good to the party.
No,
but the president, when you go on to work with them, it means you're justifying what they have just done, and you are putting, you see the president here, this is my thinking. He has two different interests that he's serving here. He has his personal interests as the president, as a politician, and also the interests of the party. And in most cases, he puts his personal interests above the interests of the party. Because if he was putting the party first, he wouldn't be working with these people. Though they have emerged victorious, but he wouldn't be working with them. Let him at least bring the other people who have lost, the ones who are having the flag of the party, console them, give them positions like this, or even ministerial positions.
But you see,
this would hurt the other person.
Something we are forgetting.
Even though they're the ones who are.
Something we are forgetting is one, that much as these people do come as independent, the fact is they are NRM candidates. That is one. Two, there is no law that bars them not to stand as independent. Much as you are, you are not contented with the results from the NRM party primaries. And thirdly, the president goes ahead to campaign for our flag bearer. Because for us in the party, that is the constitution of the NRM that was made in 2015 with amendments, we support those with our flag. And that's why the national chairman goes ahead to campaign for our, flag bearers as candidates. But that said, we need to look further as the secretariat, as the NRM party, to see why do we every time lose these by-elections. And, upon huge facilitations, upon, whatever we have asked, we have been given, and we don't, our candidates, especially the flag bearers, don't become victorious. I think there is a challenge. But at the end of the day, the people of Chisoro are the ones to decide.
You see,
they are the ones who decided in this.
Now this goes beyond the NRM. Let's now discuss it broadly. Multi-party politics in this country. Looks like people have not yet appreciated their political parties, as in putting them at heart. Someone loving his or her political party, to the extent that even when they engage in a primary and they lose it, even when they believe that they have a huge support out there, but they say, no, I'm not going to contest, but let me throw my weight behind a person who's holding the flag of the party. I've not seen that happen, which makes me question whether people really love their political parties that much, that they put the interest of the political party above their self-interests. I've not seen that happening. And it's not only these ordinary people, but also the president. Because if the president was putting the interest of the party above all, I would see him condemn what these people are doing. In fact, he does condemn sometimes. He does condemn these people. It's like, why do you contest against the person? The party has decided, that Gachivayo should be the one holding the flag. Muonge should step down. Although you feel that you have also, substantial support. But you should step down and support Gachivayo because the one who's holding. Exactly. But he just stops at condemning. When I engage with you in the election and I beat you, he doesn't distance himself from me. As a matter of fact, he brings me closer and he gives me a position. So I wonder where this leaves the other candidate and also the entire party.
Well, the president, as the national chairman of the party, of the NRM, first of all, he extends guidance. And, when he goes to campaign for our flag bearer, he talks to these people, engages everybody, and also listens to the challenges the other candidate might have, faced or gone through, especially in the party primaries. And so advises even. Sometimes we have seen him telling them, no, you get out of this, leave, we are going to accommodate you, because he has continuously said so, that the party has big rooms where we can accommodate these people, especially those he has engaged and talked to. Like you said, gives them some portfolios and assignments somewhere. But yes, like any other election, the Chisoro, apart from the minor challenges we have identified or we have been seeing, the politics of identity that the president came and guided on, I think, and those who intended to disorganize the election process, but at the end of the day, yes, it has been successful, peaceful, and we congratulate the independent candidate, Akfeza Grace Ngabarano, for the winning. And we are ready to work with her as the NRM party, and don't forget, she's also NRM leaning, much as she came as independent being dissatisfied with the results of the party.
She's not just NRM leaning. She's real NRM, a disgruntled NRM member.
I mean, in the election,
who engaged in the primary and then...
in the election, she has been the NRM leaning much as she came as independent.
Let's take a short break, Council Nisima Gachibayo. Let's take a break, our dear viewers. When we come back, we shall continue discussing multi-party politics in this country called Uganda. In 2005, that's when we moved into the multi-party dispensation. These political parties we are having, new ones came on board, the old ones, you know, came back to life after they had been put on hold. You know, they came back to life. Now, the question you're asking, how people appreciated their political parties that much? Do they really love their political parties so much that they put their, you know, the political parties' interests above their self-interests? Let's take a break. Be right back shortly. Don't go.
Uganda, your #1 leading education newspaper, is back, bigger and better. With articles to fully suit the educational triangle from the government, schools and parents all over the country, aiming at answering the ever left out questions, not forgetting revision questions and answers set by experienced teachers to prepare students for their finals. The Learner newspaper is supplied to over 12,068 schools all over the country with affordable advertising rates. We offer many more services which include uniform and sweater tailoring, all with an aim of easing work for the educationists. Contact us on 0754 777 029 or 0774 621 539. Email us on info@learnernews.com or visit our website at www.learnernews.com. You can also visit our offices at City Center Complex, room J15, 4th floor, along Loom Street. The Learner, prioritizing education.
Discover delicacy at Café 2, your all-in-one destination. Whether it's the perfect cup of coffee or a satisfying meal, we got you covered. Indulge your cravings with our mouth-watering pilau, savory katogo, crispy chips, and tender chicken. Explore a world of cocktails and fresh juices for a truly special treat. Planning an event? Choose Café 2 for top-notch outside catering services. Benefit from ample parking, stay connected with Wi-Fi, and catch your favorite matches on DSTV. Café 2 offers food deliveries in and around Kampala. Hosting a conference, our center accommodates up to 1,000 people. Need a boardroom for a party or corporate meeting? We've got just the spot for you. We offer a free venue for birthdays and baby showers, providing complimentary photography. For those aspiring to become professional baristas, our barista school awaits you. Visit us at Albany Center, level 2 on Ginger Road. Café 2, where every occasion becomes a memorable experience.
Akifeza Ngabirano emerges victorious in the Kisoro Woman Member of Parliament by-election. This is a lady who belongs to the NRM, engaged in a primary, lost to Nyirabishi Kabajenyi. And she said that there was, some vote rigging. That's why she went on and contested as an independent. And she has emerged victorious. President Museveni was in the same part of the country this very week campaigning for their own Kabajenyi. Chagulan Centum of the National Unity Platform was also there. In fact, we should be focusing on the NRM. Why I did focus on NRM initially is because that is their, Chiswell is predominant in NRM. I don't expect a candidate from the opposition, rather somebody from the opposition, to win. So, but Chagulan was there supporting for their candidate, that is Miss Tanta, She actually emerged. She was the second runner-up in this election.
Third.
Now,
Third.
she was the third?
Third. The one of Nup.
Mm.
Zubaid Sultan Salim.
Yes.
Third.
She was in third position, second runner-up. That's what I meant. So here, our focus, why is it on the NRM? It's because that's always happened in the NRM, where they, after primaries, some people don't concede defeat. They go and contest in the general elections and they win. We wonder where this leaves the NRM's reputation when it comes to the internal democracy. They have always blown their trumpet, saying how they are up there in the sky when it comes to exercising internal democracy. But these grievances that candidates always have, after primaries, I don't know what they imply. Council Ninsima, remember we are moving toward this 2026. We are going to be going to the general elections. So this could be a wake-up call to the NRM, saying that, oh, maybe certain things need to be straightened in our party. They need to be rectified. Not all is well. I hear you trying to accuse, you are mentioning some names. You want to accuse them either of incompetence or double standards, but it's not coming out well. What could be the real problem?
No, not exercising what is expected is what I'm against.
What is it that you expect of Tango Doi, the chairman of the Electoral Commission? That is not doing. Where has he disappointed you in as far as executing his duties is concerned? What do you blame him for not doing?
Well, the principle of natural justice always in these by-elections where people, claim to have to be cheated or to have been cheated in the NRM party primaries, and they are not accorded highest degree of a fair hearing. I don't know. The Electoral Commission of the NRM has to explain this further, because we have seen it. If they had...
But you're asking him to self-incriminate himself. Look, you preside over an event, like, a primary election. You are the chairman. Once you preside over it, you believe that you are doing the best. So whatever outcome, you're like, okay, this is the real or the right outcome. Because I did my best, I was transparent, I was everything. Tango Do is the chairman of the Electoral Commission of the NRM. He's the one who presides over all this.
Sure.
And he's always, boots on the ground. So he does, supervise and superintend over all the activities. So you don't expect him to listen to the grievances of someone who says that they have been cheated, when he himself has been there, superintending over the action.
Does he work alone? I think maybe he has to have a team of a tribunal, that when somebody raises a dissatisfaction, you look into it, and then either deliver a ruling to it, or act otherwise. But you cannot just look on. You see, this candidate complained from day one that, look, I was cheated. The NRM chairperson of Chisoro, that is Dr. Philemon Mateche, did the same. That for us, we are not, contented with the results of the of what came out of the NRM primaries. Remember, the president went there. This very candidate complained, brought daylight to the president. I said I was cheated. I was not satisfied with the results. From the what the party primaries came out with. But maybe because of the time or some other, other factors, this candidate was not listened to, and now when she raised that alarm, I think some people got angered. They expressed anger, and now they have, claimed the victory, and had to vote for her as independent candidate. But when I go back to your question of the multi-party political dispensation, it is very true that in 2005, this country...
And if you have realized this, Council, this only happens so much in the NRM. When it comes to opposition, say for example the FDC, I've not heard these complaints. There are not that many. It looks like even the losing candidates, they always concede defeat. And that's why it's very rare to find someone who engaged in a primary election contesting against the flag bearer of the party. It is so common in the NRM.
No, every party...
And another thing, Council, you may have heard this, or you may have witnessed it. These people, when you talk to them, in the NRM primary, the amount of money they pump into is actually much more than what they pump into the general election. The primary itself, because they are convinced that once you win the primary and you're given the flag, you have higher chances of winning the generation. So this money that is pumped into primary, it all speaks to the complex that people have been raising, complex of corruption. So there's a big problem in the Secretariat, which the chairman of the party has not appreciated. You're blaming the chairman of the Electoral Commission, Mr. Tango Doi. But I think you should be blaming the chairman of the party, because he's at the helm and he has all the power to summon these people. These accusations people have been raising of corruption at the Secretariat, he turns a deaf ear to them. So it's the problem at the end of the day.
No, yeah.
Don't vindicate him.
No, I'm first of all excusing the president.
He's part of the problem.
The national,
it's not the problem, but part of the problem.
The national party chairman, I'm excusing him because he does his part and his role, but sometimes he's not fed with the right information from the ground. You see, these people, the ones
You're talking about the fountain of owner. You're talking about the chief beneficiary of all the intelligence in the country, and you're saying he does not get the right information. He doesn't know what is transpiring in his own house called the NRM.
No, what I mean, when an election is being organized, these people, like Chairman Tango Doi, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission and his team, they go, camp there for a certain time, assess these candidates, talk to them, even get the opportunity to talk to the leaders of the party, of the NRM. But sometimes they go on, or they pass what the leaders have told them, and they organize they go on, organize these elections. Somebody is terribly defeated, complains, but you just keep a deaf ear, and you don't listen to him or her. So we need to go back, look into these challenges, and learn how to exercise a fair hearing. Because short of that, we shall keep being defeated terribly, and in these by-elections where the party has inserted in a lot of money to organize these by-elections, and in a tedious kind of exercise. So if we don't look further to that, we shall keep being defeated.
And you're going to see more of the same in 2025. That is during the primaries of the NRM.
Of course, if it is not organized properly, there will be a lot of chaos. There will be a lot of loss of resources, and the time is a great factor to consider here. So I think this, or whatever happens, is a lesson to the Electoral Commission of the NRM, the party, and also the Secretariat on what further step to do.
Back to the general question I put to you earlier about people appreciating their political parties now that we moved into multi-party dispensation. Look, toward this, as we move towards the 2026 general elections, we are even not so sure how many parties are going to, because there are some parties that are in the making. I've heard that there is one that is going to be carved out of the National Unity Platform. I don't know whether you've heard of that. And the rumor has it that some big officials in the National Unity Platform could be the ones behind that political party. The PFF, that is the People's Front for PFT, People's Front for Freedom. That is PFF of the Colonel Dr. Kiza Besigye and Company, the Lukwago's or what. The NRM, rather the Electoral Commission has not yet given it a green light, but that is also in the making. If all goes well, we may have it also compete in the general elections of 2026. So I don't know how many we are going to have, and also they tell you that there are so many other political parties which are in limbo in the Electoral Commission. But multi-party democracy, I think, in my observation, you're going to correct me if I'm wrong, we've not reached that level where people really do love their political parties, you know, where they put the interests of the political party above their self-interests. And that is manifested in cases like this, where one engages in a primary election, and when they lose, they don't concede defeat, even when it was clear that this person really didn't stand a chance, but they don't concede defeat. They go on and contest against the person who's been given the flag. Where are we in terms of multi-party democracy? You know, if you could give your analysis starting from 2005, when we moved into multi-party dispensation, till where we are now.
You see, there is a Afrobarometer report that I was reading, the one of 2024, talking about democracy and how elections are organized in Africa. And they mentioned that it is true in Uganda, the idea of multi-party political dispensation is still, you know, a challenge to many Ugandans to adopt to, and also move per the ideologies of the party. I remember mentioning about the infights within the opposition, also saying that I think putting Uganda into the 7th position within Africa as one of the countries where people are, you know, yearning for democracy and embracing to the multi-party political dispensation. So I think this report mentioned about this, and I also want to stand to agree to it, that yes, we still have that challenge, that some individuals have not embraced the ideologies of the parties, where they come from, and that's why you see we have this, we have, you know, people don't stand to the ideologies of the parties, they don't move to the laws and, you know, regulations of the parties, and this brings, you know, a great challenge that we still face. I remember in 2005, where we are saying, yes, should we go for the multi-party political dispensation, or we attain or we remain to the movement system?
And what was the chairman of your party, what was the wish of your president?
The president is one of the individuals who
was clearly opposed to the whole idea
who opposed
of restoring political parties.
Yes, but at the end of the day, he said, if at all that is what the majority are saying, then we go by the majority.
And they talk about the same person who lately has vowed to crush all opposition political parties.
No, you see, because
isn't it the highest level of double standards that here you are, you know, saying, okay, let something be, and again you turn around to say that you're going to fight it, so that does not exist. He's on record a number of times saying that by such a year, I'll have finished them off. And that explains why we are seeing political parties not performing well. That explains why we are seeing him, you know, fishing influential big officials from various opposition political parties, bringing them, luring them onto his side. How do you expect these political parties to compete fairly in such a situation where the president of the country says that he's not happy that they existed?
No,
so he's working to their demise.
First of all, you see, even the framers of our constitution, the 1995 constitution as amended, mentioned about it when you look at Article 71, that brings about the multi-party political dispensation, also the 2005, you know, the Political Parties and Organizations Act, brought about this, political parties in this country, and so we expect them to exercise the democracy, the formation of their political parties, provided they go by the rules and regulations. But I think, yes, the ruling party has to, do whatever it takes to see that we get members, or we get, people who subscribe to our party because of what we are doing, and because of the difference in other political parties. That said, yes, like you have said, the president, his aim is, having the majority numbers, that if we have the majority as the NRM, we can, do something bigger to the country and as a ruling party. So I think, yes, we might have, as political parties, like the report of the barometer, we might be having some challenges here and there, but whatever we get as a challenge, we must sit back to our political, parties and address this. Because if we don't address whatever challenge we have got along the way, we are coming into 2026. If those challenges are not addressed, then we may, see some chaos, we may see the disorganization within the parties themselves. I think it is a call to all political parties look back into their, affairs and rectify what is not being proper in the, before the coming of the 2026 general elections. That's what I think we have to look forward to.
Yes, as you now speak of 2026 general elections, we are just a few months to serious campaign. But looks like the president, in disguising as someone who's following up on the PDM progress in parts of the country. Some people believe that he has started actual campaigning, real campaigning. He started, was in northern Uganda, now he's in Bukedde sub-region.
No, that's not true. The president is not campaigning.
What is he doing?
He's doing assessment, the presidential tours on assessment of the PDM. And that's why you saw him in Bukedde sub-region. I think he's going to Bunyoro sub-region.
And Council, in your own observation, do you think that this initiative of the government has really worked out? Has it worked its objectives? Because its objective, when it had just been introduced, some of us thought that, this could be the last bullet now in poverty's head. In a country where we still have a very big percentage of the population surviving under $1, the government of Uganda has come up with various, poverty alleviation programs. And none of them has been a success. President Museveni knows that very well. The money that he brings, through these initiatives, the hope, the target, beneficiaries, he has been observing, seeing how it has been embezzled by his own people, the cows and so many other people. We feel he has not done enough. Now, him following up, I believe that even in Kampala here, would get the data and see whether indeed this PDM is progressing where it is helping people, get out of poverty. But him moving, I don't think he's really following up on this money, on the progress of the PDM. He has started campaigning, which is okay, because that is another, right he has as the president of Uganda. Kyagulanyi Ssentamu also himself is not seated. You've seen him also, traverse the country. In fact, when he was in Soroti the other day, he made some, annoying statements about the first son and also the CDF, Moses Kainerugaba, which prompted the PLU people to, write to him, asking him to apologize to them. So, campaigning has begun. Council, don't refute that.
No, you see, we are all guided by the Electoral Commission.
But my question to you, I want to just share your projection with us. As we move to 2026, do you see the NRM performing like they always do? Or do you see the National Unity Platform you know, putting up some good competition like they did in the previous election, or even winning the election. Your projection in these last minutes that we have.
You see, for us in the NRM party, what we are doing is fulfilling the manifesto, the 2021-2026 election. Manifesto. And that's what we are fulfilling. And when you see the president doing the presidential tours, is assessing what we call the initiative, the poverty alleviation initiative of the PDM, trying to interact with Ugandans and trying to see what exactly this initiative has benefited and how many Ugandans have benefited and what are the challenges. But it's not a campaign period like some people may think we are doing. We are not doing that, but we are doing the assessment of the PDM. 2, yes, the PDM might have challenges, like not having the statistical data, some individuals not getting the proper allocated money of the 1 million. You have seen them. You are supposed to get $1 million. Some people saying we are getting 600, we are getting
100 million
500.
for every parish.
I mean, yeah, 100 million for every parish in every financial year. But this, those who are swindling this PDM money, they are being worked on by the State House Anti-Corruption Unit that has always, you know, apprehended these individuals, and some of them are in courts of law, and they have been aligned to courts of law. So I think, yes, the initiative is good, and it is intended to, you know, enhance the socio-economic transformation of all Ugandans. But those challenges we are seeing, it is good that the president is doing the country-wide tours. He's going to, you know, get to know them, and they are going to be worked on with immediate effect once they are identified.
Thank you so much.
Ugandans to have, you know, the socio-economic transformation, not to work for the stomach, but also join the money economy.
Chida Chonka.
Yes.
I thank you so much,
I wish
Councillor
you a
Nisima.
blessed day, everybody, and may the good Lord keep you all.
Thank you. Amen. Thank you so much, Councillor Nisima Gachivayo, there for you. He is a lawyer and also an NRM cadre. Thank you for your insights, sir. And thank you so much, our dear viewers. We've come the end of this edition of the Day Break. Continue enjoying our programming. Until we meet again, that will be this evening on BTM News Today. Don't miss this. Till we meet again, goodbye for now. See you then.